WWE Rocks SummerSlam dropped into SuperCard on the anniversary, and it is one of the best modes that has ever been in SuperCard. But it is also really confusing. But this video is going to clear up any of those confusions with a full guide on how to get all of the cards featured in SummerSlam Rocks. And then hopefully get you, yes, you, and you, especially you, Clive. I got my eyes on you, Clive. Get your hands on not only the mini collection reward, Seth reffin Rollins, or even better, the mega collection reward of Roddy Piper limited edition. Before we get into the guide, I'm just going to ask every single one of you, how are you doing in this mode? How many of the cards out of the 100 and the 40 in the mini collection have you got so far? Leave that in the comment section down below, and if you feature the secret word I've sneakily hidden away in the video, then I'll give you, yes you, I guess, and you, Clive, the heart. I'm watching you. And if this guide goes on to help you in any way, shape or form, or you just enjoy the video, please give us a thumbs up. It really helps us with the algorithm, and most importantly, it's free. And hopefully this will get you these rewards free as well. So your mission with SummerSlam Rocks is very simple. You need to collect 100 individual different legacy cards from SummerSlam's past. These include the likes of Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, John Cena, The Undertaker, and plenty more. Every time you collect a certain set of these cards, you'll be rewarded with a card back, each of which features a poster from SummerSlam's past, including WWE Championship images. I hope we get these images on cards one day. Please pray with me, everyone. We do. In fact, if you hope we do, then hit that subscribe button. It's free, and well, your prayers will be with me. There's also 10 mini collections, which will get you a Seth freaking referee Rollins, and you can also get it in the SummerSlam Rocks event. But how do you get these rewards? Well, collecting these cards in the various different manners doesn't get you the cards and the rewards. No, you have to play the mode, which is SummerSlam Rocks. And being an old school Guitar Hero rock band and now a fan of Fortnite Festival, I am loving this mode because it is a tribute to those games. It throws a maximum of 10 cards into the track. During the entrance process, you'll see it add those cards to the collection if you haven't added them already. And those 10 maximum cards per attempt are effectively your currency, so you don't have to pay to get in and play this mode. But what are these chips in game, and what are the rewards from them? Well, let's go through them. We'll start off with the lightning bolt that gets you up to 500 super coin. We've got the musical note, which gets you these SummerSlam play tokens, which are used in the fusion chamber. And then you have the skulls. These, in my opinion, are the best ones to go for because they give you the opportunity to get your hands on another Seth Rollins. You also have the stars, and this gives you a Chad Gable or 40 Chad Gables, depending on how unlucky you are, so avoid the stars. When you come into the game mode, there'll be 4 individual strings and a guitar track, which will allow you to select certain tokens. Line the tokens up with which ones you want to, and then press stop when it reaches the line at the bottom, this being the one that's electricity, and I've got myself a skull. You'll then have 2 further attempts to get prizes, but the track will speed up, meaning your accuracy is diminished slightly, but you should still be able to get the tokens you need. So again, I'm going after a skull, so I'm going to wait for one to pop up, and I pressed it, and I got myself a second skull. The third reward, however, is probably going to be completely random and based on RNG. So you're going to have to just hit and hope that it isn't a star, because you might get 40 Chad Gables. I'm going to press it, and I got a star. Okay, this is great. Now, whatever legacy stars you put into the SummerSlam Rocks on your way to claiming those rewards will now have been added to the mega collection or the mini collection. But how do you find the cards? Well, that is where this game mode becomes interesting, because there are specific locations within SuperCard where you have to locate the individual legacy cards. And we're going to start off with the most simplest of places, the draft board. You'll be able to pick up Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Shawn Michaels. Now, whilst it's more likely you're going to get these cards than any of the others on the list, it is limited to 25. Good news is you've got like 10 days to complete it, so fill your boots. Next up is the Fusion Chamber, and this is where you get two specific superstars, Kofi Kingston and The Rock. But most people, when they saw this, thought that those tokens were collectibles. These are actually for fusions to collect yourself one of 3 different types of fusion. If you want to grab yourself The Rock or Kofi Kingston, you need to do the first fusion, which is called the title track. This features 10 cards from the legacy pool for The Rock and Kofi Kingston. Some of these may be duplicates, and I'm going to speed this up for the convenience of the video. I'll skip to rewards and you'll see that yes, you can get duplicates. So I'll need to come out and start another fusion, and these cost 20 of those guitar picks and do take a significant amount of time. I believe it's 38 hours to do, which is a little excessive. But let's just say you've collected all of The Rock and Kofi Kingston cards and you want to grab yourself a free SummerSlam card. Well, if you've got 100 of these tokens, you can use it to start the blistering backbeat, which gets you a SummerSlam card randomized. There's also the Groove Pack, which requires 50 picks, but again, if you're gonna go hard, you might as well go for the big one, which I'm going to finish right about now. Let's see what we get inside this pack. Oh, Liv Morgan, she's good. Yep, I'm happy with that. But Kofi and The Rock are locked to this mode. You can get them in some other places, but you won't be able to get them on the draft board or PvP. They are locked to the Fusion Chamber. Much like Damian Priest and Roman Reigns are locked into 24/7 mode. And the amount of those cards you get depends on how high up your undefeated streak goes. So I'm going to collect my rewards, and I have managed to get myself a pretty impressive streak going, and I've got a guide which I'm going to link up in the top right corner for 24/7 mode to give you everything you need to get yourself the highest streak possible. But one little trick I can share with you to keep your streak high is that when you are going away from the game for an extended period of time, make sure you don't claim your rewards. Just back out when you get the option to open them. Moving on to free packs, because everyone loves free packs. Well, you got another reason to love free packs, because it's one of the only ways you can get 2 specific cards: Kevin Owens and The Undertaker. This has all of the superstars in the set. And as you see, I open this and I grab myself 2 old school cards, including the final card for my collection, Xavier Woods and Kevin Owens, which had to happen because I was mentioning about getting Kevin Owens. Now, Cat Daddy are releasing special packs at certain times throughout this, which will feature some of the harder to get superstars like Nia Jax, Seth freaking Rollins, because they're hidden in PvP packs, meaning you need to get PvP rewards, and the more packs you get, the more likely you're going to get the entire collection of those cards in one swoop. A base standard PvP pack, which is obtained once you reach momentum level 3, any random player could reach this pretty easily, will get you 10 randomized cards from Seth Rollins and Nia Jax's SummerSlam collection. Getting to PvP Plus, which requires you to reach momentum level 5, will get you 20 of those assorted cards, and reaching PvP level 7, which requires 20,000 PvP points, will get you 30 of those cards. That's 60 legacy cards in one set of packs. Otherwise, those cards are not available in any other way other than the free packs, and one other place I'm going to talk about now, because this is the community milestone packs. You may have seen these because of the ridiculous rewards you get if you become the top rocker. This is apparently a randomly chosen person based on how many of the legacy rewards you've collected. But everyone who takes part in the game mode will get a pack every time a top rocker is chosen. These feature 100 credits, 2 rarity draft picks, and 10 legacy cards, with the chance at 30 extra cards. We don't know the percentages of those chances, but it's a chance nonetheless. You open it up, and we have not got the 30 individual cards, but we'll skip to results. We got our Jey Usos, which are some of the more difficult ones to get. You'll find out in a second why. And an Undertaker there as well, which is pretty nice. Second pack might be a little bit luckier. Who knows? Nope. Exactly the same. But again, getting myself a Kevin Owens, which otherwise is only featured in the free pack, so I'll take it. We're now down to the final 7 superstars you need to find, and 2 of those, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Austin Creed Xavier Woods, or it can be found in Survivor mode. but there is a catch. The rewards for Survivor are always plentiful, and as you go up from the very bottom to the top, the amount of legacy cards you receive increases. But there are specific Stone Cold Steve Austin cards you can only obtain if you finish in the top 2. This SummerSlam Stone Cold Steve Austin from Season 2, and if you finish first, you get the opportunity to get Stone Cold Steve Austin from SummerSlam 18 and SummerSlam 19. It's not guaranteed, but it's a chance. Oh, how we like chances. But getting first and second is not as easy as it sounds, because everyone and their mothers and grandmothers is currently super moving everyone on round 1 and going AFK halfway through a Survivor. And I swear there is a special place in hell
for any of you who do that.
I bet Clive does it, doesn't he? Yeah, that's right. I see you, Clive. Don't walk out the room like we don't know. We're going to skip to results and we get a CM Punk. I'll take it. But we also get Xavier Woods. Not the rewards we needed. And if this was you, no doubt you'd probably be feeling a little bit annoyed that you spent all that time to get yourself this card. But if you are struggling to find yourself the best rewards in Survivor, I can recommend a video just up in the top right hand side where you can find the best Survivor tips and tricks I've found in my time playing this mode. That means we've got 5 more cards that are found in one individual mode. What mode is that? King of the Ring. This mode houses Randy Orton, AJ Styles, John Cena, Finn Balor, and Jey Uso. There is a caveat, and that is that Jey Uso is only available if you win King of the Ring. But I do have a special lesson to share with you, and that will be teaching you the art of sandbagging. This is what will get you wins in King of the Ring. Listen up, people, because if you get just one step of this wrong, then you'll mess it up. First, I'm just going to claim my rewards and get my, hopefully, Jey Uso. Let's skip it. Hey, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Love it. Okay, so did we get Jey Uso? Yes, we got one Jey Uso. Woo! Let's go. And the pack contains 12 randomized cards based on those 5 individuals. If you finish second, that list reduces and only get 10 cards. 3rd to 4th place only gets 8 cards, and 5th to 8th place only gets 4 cards. But as you'll notice, every card is included except, yes, Jey Uso. I'm just saying they should have made a John Cena, because then no one would be able to see him. 2014 jokes for the win. Now, there are 2 ways to sandbag a King of the Ring. The first is to use 3 of your male cards, the best you've got, and have these in your solo matches. And then you want to have one of your best ladies on the left-hand side, and either a female tag of your best ladies, or alternatively, a male tag of your best other men that you've got. You want to have very low-level cards from lower tiers. For example, a Chad Gable from WrestleMania 39 would actually be very useful. Or even better, using special edition cards or previous Money in the Bank cards from the Superstore, such as this Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton. But why is it called sandbagging? You see this little deck ranking in the top left-hand side. If you also filled this with your best set of cards, this would be much higher for me than Enigma tier. But by adding these 4 sandbags, it drags that deck rating down, meaning you're going to find easier opponents. Now I'm going to take it a step further and dial it up to 11. And we're going to use unleveled top tier cards. The best you can get. It doesn't have to be SummerSlam. It could be Enigma tier, WrestleMania tier, doesn't matter. I just happen to have a couple of unleveled cards. Now I'm quite low on unleveled ladies, so I'm going to go and take these girls out, and I'm going to put in a male tag, leaving in my other sandbags on the right hand side. On the left, I'm going to put my lowest level tag I can find. Now it is important that you use the same rarity for the cards you're going to level up, so you don't use Enigma tier cards and then a SummerSlam card. You want to use 5 of the men's and 1 of the ladies cards are all of the same tier, or 3 of the men's and 3 of the ladies. So I'm going to pick my unleveled Liv Morgan, because she's better than my Maxine Dupree. You still want to have your best support you can get, or your best double stat manager will do. And then 2 sets of double stat supports, the best you've got. And you'll notice my deck rating has gone down to Crucible tier. You need to let the first match play out, so don't change anything about your cards until the first match is done. Now the first game is played, you want to really scout the opposition. Have a look at who else is in your King of the Ring and what decks they're using. If you see a lot of people using the same deck as you. Maybe like the guy on the right hand side I've noticed called Sasquatch, who has some of the anniversary cards. You might decide now's not the time to continue with this one as you're trying to win. But if you decide that this is the one you want to go for, at this point, after completing the first match, level up all of these cards from 0 all the way to 100. Now, you could be a bit more tactical about it and instead level up half of them and see how the rest get on. You might find out that actually the ones that are in the tag aren't really going to have too much of a problem, so you're going to leave those for another King of the Ring. But by doing this, you are taking advantage of the tier ranking system within King of the Ring. Even though you are on a lower tier, the rewards you get will be the same as if you was in your top tier, as now it's based on the player profile system and your current level. Meaning that if you win, you've still got the opportunity to grab not only a card of your tier, but the Jey Usos you've been chasing. Now, I will warn you, this tactic is risky. There's no guarantee you're going to walk out with the W, and a lot of people will be doing the same thing. But if you can come across a King of the Ring that's filled up with entirely bot accounts, or people who have cards way worse than yours, then you're very likely to go on and take the win. Hopefully that helps you, even if I've now just set off everyone doing the same thing. Oh god, I've caused chaos, haven't I? Now, as you've seen from the beginning of the video, I am on 99 of 100, so I'm going to go to SummerSlam 20 and pick out my Xavier Woods. Once I've completed this, I'm going to get my skulls. Let's get the second one. Okay, we've got musical notes, better than a star. We have now finished the mega collection. One card back to confirm we've finished, and then the second pack, Rowdy Roddy Piper, 869. Nice. And I probably could have done this about 2-3 days ago when the event launched, but I wanted to wait and save it for a guide for you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and level this son of a gun up. Going to put him through the performance center and finally level it up to the max. And oh boy, there's another card that's just like this Roddy Piper, which you can go and see the video I'm going to leave at the end of this, but that is one overpowered card. And like I said, good luck getting this. It's pretty special. But if you want to go and see that Eddie Guerrero, which we managed to get a hold of, or to find out how to pass the stages in campaign to get Eddie, this video up the top I just pointed to, or this one down here for the latest video on the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Zumg out.